Hi guys, today we will be going over the answers to the light sensor exercise problems. Go forwards forever until the robot detects a black line, then go backwards 3 rotations. So it says go forwards forever until, by now you should be very familiar with this, just get a block, make it limited until the robot detects a black line. So if we want to detect a black line, we use the light sensor, right here, the light sensor. So we put that there, and now the question is it black or is it white? Do we put this thing or do we put this thing? So we said until the robot detects a black line. So if you see black line, it says darker than. You see that yellow pop up right there? It says darker than. It says lighter than, brighter than. So you want it darker than. Now the question is, do you put it 10? Do we put it 80? The question is, what value do we put? So for this, you have to check the dark values and the light values with your robot using the view features on the NXT. So if you don't remember this, look back to the light sensor lesson. This is very important. So for me, my dark value was 30 and my white value was around 50. So I'll do something right in the middle. So I got 30 and then I got 50, so I'll do 40 right in the middle. So right now I'm going for it forever until I see something darker than 40, which would be a black line. And then I go backwards 3 rotations. And that's it. Your first light block and light sensors are very important for later uses. Create a start line and end line with 2 black strips. Put the robot in the center. The goal of this program is to make the robot go forwards and backwards 4 times between the 2 lines, detecting the black strip at each end. Now, in case you don't understand the question, it's basically like, pretend this is one black line, okay, and pretend this block is another black line. So my mouse is the robot, I start in the center, I go forwards until I detect this line, bing, and then I go backwards until I detect this line, bing, go bing, 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 4 times. Okay, so like 1 bing, bing is once, bing, bing, 2, bing, bing, 3, bing, bing, 4, and I stop. That's basically the exercise in case you do not understand how it went. Now if you think about it, oops, let's keep those blocks. I start off in between the 2 blocks. The first thing I have to do is I have to go forwards until what? Until I detect a line, right? I go forwards until I detect a line. So if you think about it, we need a move block. We go forward until, so we make that unlimited, until we detect a black line. To detect a black line, we need a light sensor. My value, so first of all, we make it detect a black line, so we make it less. My value is 40. So it goes forward until it detects a black line. And then what happens? Then we have to make it go backwards until we detect another line. So we bring it back, make it backwards until, so that means we have to make it unlimited, until we detect another black line. So we make that black. Like I said, my value is 40. And then it says do this 4 times. So if you want to do something multiple times, it's just a loop block. So we put all the stuff inside the loop block. Ding, ding, ding. But right now it's doing it forever, and we just wanted to do it 4 times. So we go to count and 4. So right now we'll go forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forward, backwards, forward, and backwards 4 times. Aha! So if you ran this program, you'd have seen something funny happening. So if my mouse right here, spinning in a circle, is the robot, what it did is it went forward until bing, it detected the first black line, but then it just stopped. So instead of going bing, 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 all it did was bing, and it just stopped. Even though we had this loop and we said go backwards, all it did is went and stopped. So this raises an interesting question. Why did it do that? So I will give you a few seconds right now, a few moments for you to think about this, and I'll sing Jeopardy music in the background to give you some soothing sounds. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, in case you're wondering what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to be trying to think of the reason why the robot just stopped right there, instead of going bing, 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 bing. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Da ding, da ding, 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 ding. Ding, ding, ding. Bing, ba dim, bing, 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 bing. So this is a tricky question, so if you didn't get it right now, that's okay. I'll be explaining it. So if you think about it, the robot started here and it went forward. So what you have to do is you have to pretend you are the robot. So you have to pretend these are your commands. You first go forward until you see a black line. Then you go backwards until you see a black line. And then you repeat. Forward, black line. Backwards, black line. So I'm the robot. I go forwards. I see a black line. Right? Then I go backwards until I see a black line. Do I do this? No, I don't, because I go forwards, I see a black line, but then I go backwards until I see a black line. The thing is, I'm already at a black line. So it already does this already, kind of. It never does that because it's already at a black line. So it goes forwards until I see a black line. Then it goes backwards until I see a black line. I'm already at a black line, so I'm already seeing it. Then the next thing, I repeat. So I go forwards until I see a black line, which I already am on. So I'm already there. Then I go backwards until I see a black line. I'm already at a black line. So that's done. And then I repeat this over and over again. So that's why it's stuck there. That's why instead of going bing, 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 bing like we wanted to do, it just goes new and just stops. Because it's already at the black line and it already sees it. That's why it doesn't move, because it's already there. It says go forwards until you are there. That's correct. Go backwards until I am there, but I'm already there. So that's the reason why it just stops. So to get rid of this problem, we have to make a slight adjustment. So first off, we'll just copy the very basics of it. Okay, we have that. Now get our 2 blocks right now, our 2 lines. So what we have to do is something a little weirdish, a little tricky. So instead of just saying go forward until I see a black line and then going backwards until I see a black line, what we have to say is go forwards until I see a black line, and then to get rid of this problem, I have to say go backwards a little extra. So if you don't understand what I mean, I'll just add it. So if you see, I'm adding an extra block that says go forward by half a rotation. As you see, I put 0.5, and then minimize that. Then then I'm adding it to the front, and then I will add another block that says go backwards 0.5 rotations, and then I'm adding that right here, adding that right in between this block and this block. So what this is saying, let's say I'm here, let's just walk through the program. I'm here, I go forward half a step, ding. Now I go forwards forever until I see a black line. Then I go backwards half a step. Now I go backwards forever until I see a black line. Now I go forwards half a step. Then I go forwards forever until I see a black line. So basically all this does is it gets rid of the problem of being at the black line when you check if you are at the black line. So that was the problem. The problem here was that when we were at the first black line, we are immediately checking if we are at another black line. So by doing this, we go forwards until we are at a black line, then we go half step backwards so we get off the black line, and now you can keep on going backwards until you hit it, and you repeat. Now you go forwards, have a step to get out of the black line, then you keep on going forwards until you hit another black line. So if you run this now, you'll find out that this is the actual correct program. If you got this on your first try, that was very good. This is a tricky problem. Great job, guys! Now you know how to use one of the most useful sensors, the light sensor. Up next, we'll learn how to use the light sensor to follow lines. See you next time!